How you doing, Taysom?
I'm great. Thanks for having me, Rich.
Absolutely. I knew you reached out. You're like, look, I want to come on your show and I want to talk about how I dominated Tom Brady. So the floor is yours, Taysom. Go for it. Go for it. Yeah?
That sounds like me.
Yeah, no, it's
man,
out of character, I guess. Right?
Yeah, that was a bucket list type of game. You think about as a kid growing up playing Sunday Night Football against Tom Brady. Look, shoot, I've been watching Tom since I was a little kid. So, man, that was a big game, a fun game, and obviously such a great team effort that we were able to come away with a win.
So, did you get a chance to tell Tom that, Taysom, or that just wasn't the right moment? Right.
No, obviously, Tom coming to the division last year, I'd seen him multiple times, and he knows I'm a fan and grew up watching him. As I'm sure everyone else in the league can say the same thing. But I've been able to express that to him, and so this wasn't the first time that I had seen him. Obviously, the first time I'd gone head to head against him in this role. But yeah, man, it was a lot of fun.
And obviously, must win or necessary win. I mean, that was huge. What was it like in the locker room after that 9-0 win, Taysom?
Yeah, I mean, look, we overcame a lot that week, losing Sean,
Yep.
and a lot of people had to step up, and it was a total team effort, and that's kind of what we had talked about that whole week. That's what we talked about in the locker room on Sunday night, and I think everyone felt that, and the celebration was conducive to that. So as you would expect, I think. We all celebrated. We all had fun, but we're also aware of our situation that, at this point, every game is a playoff game for us, and we've got to continue to put our best foot forward and make sure that we, handle our business so we can, just create an opportunity to make the postseason.
And that's where I kind of want to linger a little bit in our conversation here, Taysom Hill, is that, obviously starting last year, it was in place of an injured Drew Brees. And now starting here, you are the man, and with a lot of hopes on your shoulders and also, your finger, which we'll get to in a second. How do you handle that? Obviously, this is what you live for. This is why you play the game, but now you're in it. So what do you think about that, Taysom Hill?
Well, it's a good question. I think it's important that, especially for me, like my role here in New Orleans has been so unique through the years, and I think maybe historically I've kind of looked into it, where you kind of almost psych yourself out a little bit. I can tell you last year, stepping in as a backup, knowing that Drew was getting ready to come back and make this playoff run, you kind of just have this mindset as a backup that, like, man, I don't want to mess this up. And as you alluded to, it's a totally different mindset right now than it was last year for me. And so, as we go through game plans, all that stuff, like I've become much more involved in expressing my opinion and what I like and dislike and, all that stuff. Because at the end of the day, you have to create opportunities for the team to win. And I think you need to understand the game plan and, what it's going to take to win each game, because each week it's different. So it's a different beast, but as I alluded to earlier, for me, it's been all about taking advantage of whatever the opportunity is for me, and this just happens to be the one right now.
And I feel for you because your head coach, unfortunately, is a wallflower who doesn't know anything about confidence. Oh, wait a minute, he's the exact opposite. My bad. What is your conversation with Sean Payton like now in this role?
Yeah, you're talking with him out with COVID and stuff?
No, just in general. Forget about the COVID because clearly, he's going to come back from it and you'll get him back. But the fact that you were handed the reins by him pre-COVID, the whole conversation about, like, you're the guy. Like, what does he say? What are those conversations between the two of you like there on that front?
Honestly, they were brief this time. Sean and I have had many conversations throughout the years, and honestly, the one that I had with him a few weeks ago, telling me that I was going to go, was probably one of the conversations that was most brief.
Really?
And he just told me that, hey, you're the guy. Like, you're going this week, and let's go, and it's time. And that was really it. And then we started working.
That's it. There was, I guess that's for the movies the other way, right? Just
yeah.
where you sit down. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.